Hey folks, this is James from All Hail Internal Combustion. Sunday morning, we're out here working on the 302 that's going to go in the F150. Spent a couple hours this morning with the boring bar, taking all these cylinders out to where they need to be. My pistons average about 35, so I took this to 36. The one in the back got a little weird on me and ended up tight, but I can take that out with honing. Come around here on the other side. Okay, one of them, they got a little wide on me, but that's okay because I'm taking this to around 38 is going to be my final number on it to get the pistons in it. And now that we got that done and I didn't screw this block completely up, we're going around looking over the block and seeing some obvious casting that we're going to take off of it. And pieces where they knocked it apart at the factory. I've already cleaned up this back edge that was all haggard looking, and there was a lot down there on that ear. And up here at the front where the oil filter mounts to, there was a big old piece of webbing stuck in here. Took that out and smoothed that all out. What we ran into up here at the top is, pretty sure you can see that, this looks like cast iron. But if you look really, really close at it, if I can get the camera in there the right way, you'll see that there is a parting line here. Now, I had a big piece of it down in this area, and I went ahead and tapped on that with a hammer and a chisel, and it actually broke away. So what I'm going to do is to set y'all up on a tripod. We're going to tap on this and get all this nastiness out of the way here. I'm not going to wail on it. I'm just tapping on it enough to break, I guess it would be slag from the casting process off of it. And it looks like I got a little light bit of it over there. And the rest of the block doesn't appear to have anything as heavy, but this is the front of the motor. This is what we're going to see and what everybody's going to see if we ever pop the hood on it. I'd like it to be a little cleaner and smoother, because this stuff right here, really nice. This stuff here, ugly. Now this is that area that I showed y'all before, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a little tap here. And that is starting to move. Piece of it's gone. That stuff's coming right off of there, which is good. That's the less time I got to spend in here with a die grinder trying to get it all out of the way. And as you can see, that is coming off rather nicely. Try not to bang the camera either. Move back a little bit. Yep, that's all working its way off. But instead of you sitting here watching me half the day chipping away nastiness, we'll go take a look at some other bad spots on the engine that I'm going to take care of. Let me... No, that was too close. Yeah, naturally I'm going to hit that spot down there. And there's some nasty bits up here, and I'll go ahead and run around all these edges because you can see the edges are kind of jaggedy up in here. But something else we've been working on, this is like the sucky part of building motors when you got to clean everything all up. But Junior was out here for a couple hours, and he got 3 of the pistons cleaned up after we got done soaking them. And those are looking good. He's got the ring grooves all cleaned out, got the con rods cleaned up. And these are the 40 over pistons that we pulled out of our original 302 that was in the truck. So we did take this block out to 40 over. And now it's all time spending cleaning and prepping and washing and everything else. Because we also picked up a crankshaft off of Facebook. And at some point, it was turned 20 over on the mains and or 20 under and 10 under on the rods. So we're going to go ahead and polish this crank up and get it ready to go in. But lots of things to do between now and then. And we also got our E303 cam that we're going to be running in this thing. So the parts are coming together. We just need to evaluate a few things, figure out exactly what bearings we need. We're going to order the rings. We're going to order a gasket set. Got to order an oil pump, new pickup tube, clean the oil pan. Yeah, this is the boring part of engine building. It's fun when you get to start them, but getting there can be tedious. And those are the GT40s that are going to be going on it with crane cams, roller rockers. So this ought to be a stout little build. And we have been working on getting our Yamaha PW80 all fixed up and ready to get sold, because this is going to put money back in our pockets that we've been spending on everything else. And this thing's pretty much ready to go. We did order a carburetor for it because unfortunately this one sat with ethanol in it and it pretty much ate the inside of the carburetor, which really sucks. So once we get a carb in here, which should be Tuesday, this thing did fire up with the bad carb on it, but it was having problems idling and having problems revving, and we know it's a carb because we put a brand new coil on here because the old coil was starting to measure a little out of spec. So it's a carburetor, and this thing will be done. We ordered a plastics kit off of Amazon for it, and really it wasn't that expensive compared to the amount of time that I would have put into cleaning the old plastic up and hoping the paint would stick, because the old plastic's pretty nasty. That's a new air box. This thing didn't have an air box when we got it originally, but I mean the old plastic is scratched up, pretty badly scratched there. And I mean, we're selling somebody a bike that their kid's gonna have, so we want to make sure that their kid is getting a good bike. We went through and cleaned and redid the brakes, redid the fork oil. I mean, we pretty much did rebuild everything on this bike except taking the motor apart, because that ran so good, we figured why even screw with it. When we were running it the other day, our oil injection system was filling up, so the oil pump still works on it, which is great. So this thing's going to be leaving the shop hopefully real soon, so we can get back to other things. And Junior been out here too. He got the frame blasted. It's like a rat's maze in here, and I need to do something about that one day. Yeah, get some stuff finished, and I might be able to have some room to actually walk in the shop. But yeah, he's been out here. Core sealing is a little hard out. I had a video from last time where the frame was kind of a ugly brownish color under the core seal. With core seal, that means contamination, and usually if you go put a second coat onto it, it'll turn nice and black. So he's got this all core sealed. He did the steering box this morning, one coil spring, and we're just plugging away on this little by little. He even got in there and did the arm back on the frame that side. As you can see, I got a big gaping hole there and a medium-sized hole over there, so I need to plate the top of these radiator support. brackets, and I got to get bushings first to figure out what hole I need to cut. But yeah, we're trying to get some more of this wrapped up before winter kicks in, because we'll be getting the motor built probably end of the winter. Got to get the transmission rebuilt still, and put a whole bunch of stuff back into it and get this thing actually running and driving again. So that's like a little crappy update of what we're doing. Still plugging away at stuff. But got parts coming, everything else. So we're going to keep pushing on this project. All hail internal combustion. Like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.